What's going on, YouTube? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Today we have a banger video for you guys. I know a lot of you guys enjoy competitive Apex, and that's what we're here to talk about. In this tier list, I will be ranking legends based on their value and competitive play. We're going to keep it short and to the point with most of these characters. If you have questions, ask them, put them down below. If you guys enjoy the video, hit the like button. Smash the like button. Starting with Alter, S tier. Best character in the game. Some people refer to her as the best taxi character when it comes from getting your team from point A to point B. No one does it better. And then she's also has built-in Loba passive into her kit, so if you're ever down on loot, Alter's got you. Ashe. Ashe is an S, but she's definitely A tier. For most people, she's probably the second or third best character in ALGS or competitive play. Seeing as she has her Ashe portal, she's probably the best fighting character in the game with her dash and her snare. She's slightly below Alter, just not quite there yet. Ballistic. If this was last season, he's an S tier character. Was the best fighting character. They nerfed him. They got rid of the speed boost that he gave to his teammates, and he fell down the chart. He fell down the chart crazy. He's now a D tier character. Doesn't provide much team value at all. His kit's just very selfish. Doesn't do anything for the team. D tier for Ballistic. Bangalore got a massive rework basically this update. I mean, they basically made her a new character. They turned Bangalore into crypto with the new update, and then buffing the characters that they did buff. Bangalore became two characters in one. She's a taxi, she's an assault character, she's a great fighting character, she can help reset and play defense. She kind of does it all. Bangalore is going to be an A tier. Bloodhound. Bloodhound is useless. He's a recon character. The only thing he provides is his tactical, which is a highlight, and he highlights enemies for a brief amount of time. And then outside of that, he is completely useless and does nothing for your team. It doesn't help the team fights really outside of the S-scan. That's literally it. D tier, going right next to Ballistic. Catalyst. Catalyst is a really good character. In fact, most controller characters on this tier list are going to be placed a little bit higher than you might have expected. With comp and the updates that have happened recently, the meta in competitive play, or ALGS, has become much more zone-oriented, aka land, loot, rotate, and the controller characters have been buffed because of that, okay? She has Catwall, she has Cat Spikes, okay, some of the best abilities in the game. She holds down the fort. She's going to be an A tier character. I'm going to put her above Bang and Ashe. Okay, she's A tier. Caustic. Caustic's a completely new character this season. He literally is like a godly character. There's no other way to describe him. He gets more traps. He can unlock all 4 perks if you do enough damage. His gas traps got buffed. His ult is still as strong as it used to be. Now, with the ability that you can have all 4 perks, you have the extra big ult. If a team has a building properly trapped, there is no way to kill a good Caustic team. Caustic makes pushing any building the most miserable thing you can endure within Apex Legends. He's S tier, right next to Alter. Conduit. Conduit has seen little to no value in ALGS or comp. The only time you'll see Conduit be pulled out is game 12 of a match point tournament. She doesn't do much. She helps reset fights, and her ult's okay, but there's better versions of her ult out there, you know? So it's like, her Q's good. Her Q is really strong. That's about the only thing. You have better uptime in fights, but that's it. Not much value outside of that. There's just a lot of other characters that can do better in other areas that are more important. With that being said, I will put her in D tier, but at the top. She's the best character in D tier. Crypto. I know you guys have probably seen a lot of other tier lists. Maybe they're not based on competitive play. Maybe you've heard me say it. Crypto outside of ALGS is horrible. But within ALGS/competitive play, he's an S tier character, in my opinion. The ability to be able to hit recon beacons from like 200 meters away, the EMPs breaking all caustic traps / all util, like Watson traps, Cat Spikes, is such a big ability that is so huge and making him as strong as he is. He doesn't get played a lot, but that's not because he's not good. It's because he's hard to play and hard to execute with. You gotta be very coordinated, gotta be very on top of the abilities. Crypto, A tier character. He's going to the top of A for me. Fuse is honestly not a bad character. Unfortunate, like I said earlier, the meta shifted in comp. You want to land, loot, and rotate, and that's the opposite of how you play Fuse. When you play Fuse, you land, loot, and loot, and loot, and then you fight. And that's not really the meta right now. There's not a lot of teams playing hard edge and succeeding with doing so. There might be a few, but like, I can count on one hand how many that is, and it's less than like 3. Fuse is good. There's better options for hitting zone beacon. There's better options for being aggressive. There's better options for applying pressure. He's not bad. He's just not the greatest. I'm going to be putting Fuse and B tier. Gibby. Gibby's interesting. So he's very what if based, and the ifs are, 1, do you have a car? If you don't have a car, you can't really fit Gibby into a comp. Like, the question you have to ask yourself whenever you're coming up with a team composition is, what are you willing to sacrifice? With Gibby, you're sacrificing a lot, and the biggest thing usually is the ability to rotate, go from point A to point B. He doesn't do that well. But the but is if you have a car. If you have a car, he's top of B tier. If you don't have a car, he's D tier. So with that being said, I'm gonna put him in C. I'll put him in the middle. I'll put him right in the middle. With a car, top of B. Without a car, top of D. The car make or breaks Gibby because of the ability to throw a bubble on the car and go across the map. C tier for Gibby. Horizon. Horizon hasn't seen competitive meta in like a year. The devs juiced her up just to tear her down. You get fried out of her Q. Her ult's not as good as it used to be. You can't shoot out of her Q. And then with all that being said, you know, there's not much value left in her. She's kind of bad. Honestly, she's the worst character on this list so far. She does not do anything for anybody other than add cool little movements, the little bunny hops she can do. That's it. Horizon D tier. Lifeline. Lifeline in competitive play is very meh. Again, there's a few characters on this list that are like, they would be really good in like a longer format tournament, like a match 8 of like a match point tournament. But in a 6-game set, normally there's a lot of better options at resetting and keeping the team alive. Lifeline's a very reset heavy character, which means you have to fight a lot to get a lot of value out of her. And that's just not what competitive play is right now. It's not what ALGS is. And with all that being said, she's going to be right behind Gibby in C tier. She's better than everybody in D, but not quite top of C or B. Loba. Loba was meta 4 years ago. Loba is aesthetically pleasing to use. That's it. Her ult's good, but then you have Alter. You know, like there's a lot of characters in Apex that have had their abilities integrated into other characters' base kits. And with that, when that happens, they just become ultimately way more useless. Loba, D tier. But above Horizon. She's better than Horizon simply because of the fact you can use her Loba ult to grab blue or banners. Actual. Mad Maggie. Mad Maggie's a similar character to like the Lifeline. If it's a match point tournament, you'll see some value out of her. She's very aggressive. She provides a lot of pressure. There's just a lot of other characters that do that a lot better than her. Characters like Bang, Ash, Alter, they are the taxi characters better, and they fight better. Fuse also fights better, and she also has no beacon. So there's just characters that do what she does better on this list. With that being said, I will put her in C tier, above Lifeline. She's better than Lifeline. Next up, we have Mirage, Mr. Bamboozle. He's a troll character for the most part. Oh, I got you. For the most part. What's the most part, you ask? The most part is in a longer tournament. You'll hear me say this a few more times. But he is one of the only characters in the game. There's like one or two other characters. But he's one of the only characters that can hit both beacons. So in a hyper-aggressive edge meta, which we are currently not in, keep that in mind, you could play him alongside of like an Ash and Fuse and find value in his quick res, his support pills to juice up on loot, and the ability to hit zone beacons and recon beacons and hit assault pills and hit support pills and get fast res. Those are the plus sides of his kit. And competitive play, this might come as a surprise, but he is more useful than Lifeline right now because of the fact that a lot of the controller characters get banned, and when the controller characters get banned, you need another character to hit beacon. Next up in line is usually going to be Fuse, and then it's going to be Mirage. Mirage is pretty good. It's just he's only going to find value in a longer tournament. C tier for Mirage. Next up, we have Newcastle. Hot take. As you guys know, I'm the #1 Newcastle in the world. Undisputed, undeniable. If you don't believe me, hold the back of my balls. S tier character. The best reset potential of any character in the game. The best ultimate in the game. You have a mobile Gibby shield. The PK is really strong. And that just passively buffs him because of the ability. Now you have a mobile Gibby shield, you know. You could dip in and out of the Q and use that, the PK to your advantage. He is S tier. There are so many people playing Newcastle right now within these zone comps because of the value that he provides. Last thing I'll say is he makes unplayable spots playable. He's the first character to do that in this game, and I think he'll forever be the only character to do that. With that being said, I'm putting Newcastle S tier. Octane. There's not much to say about him. He does nothing. You throw a jump pad in a lobby full of the world's best player, you're gonna die. And then his stim literally kills him, like himself. The stim depletes his own health bar. He's F tier. He's the worst character, probably in competitive play. I'm sorry to the Octamians out there. Maybe one day they'll buff him. Maybe. Pathfinder. Pathfinder's niche. He's good. Typically, you'll see Pathfinder be played towards game 5 or 6 after the other taxi characters get banned. But the upside to Path are the ability to hit either beacons, so recon or zone. And then you have the Pathfinder zip to get your team from point A to point B. And usually you'll have 2 Pathfinder zips. So you can go pretty far distance in a really short amount of time. So he's going to be B tier, right above Fuse. He's actually pretty good. Next up, Rampart. This is going to be weird. If you're not in the comp, if you're not up to date, you're going to be like, Deeds, why? Deeds, why? The meta's land, loot, rotate, okay? The ban order right now is really funky in most of the scrims, and with the data we have, it's typically Caustic gets banned first, and then game 3, you'll see like Cat get banned. And then what is next? No, I take that back. It's Watson game 3, then it's Cat that gets banned in game 4. And then you ask, and then it's what's next? What do you play to hit Zone Beacon next if you still want to land, loot, rotate? And it's Rampart. Rampart's extremely strong against Newcastle, and with the amount of people playing him, especially towards the second half of these sets, she's really strong. She's Newcastle's counter. She's going to be top of B, better than Pathfinder. I know. You guys are like, what? Wait, I've never seen Rampart die high on a tier list. Well, she is, buddy. Get to watch an ALGS, you'll see. Revenant. Revenant is not a competitive character. Don't play Revenant. Don't ever play Revenant. He doesn't do anything. He's built like a refrigerator. He doesn't help your team go from point A to point B. The only value he provides is in 3v3 scenarios, but there's 27 other characters in the game that do that and do that better. He's D tier, better than Horizon, but not by much. Genuinely. Seer. Seer, I would have thought at the beginning of the season with all the Bangalore update, like buffs, that he would have gotten better, but not really. He's just kind of really good against Bang, and Bang specifically. Bang when she smokes. And that's not enough to boost him up the tier list and put him in the meta. So with that being said, he's going to be D tier, right above Ballistic. I do think he's better than Ballistic. I don't think I'd ever play Seer in comp, but, you know, it is what it is. Next up, we have Sparrow. Newest addition to the game. Interesting character. Cool movement. We're talking about comp here. And he's really good. He's really good. He can hit beacons from 300 meters away. The man scans, the recon beacons from 300 meters away. You could be in 3 POIs away and had a beacon. You know, and what does that beacon do for your team? It provides you with info and how to plan out your macro and figure out what you're going to do next. Okay? So that's one of his biggest upsides. A Sparrow ult. With the purple perk, you get 3 ults and it provides immense amount of pressure and can help reset after team fights. It's really good at destroying certain util too. Sparrow's really strong right now. I think he's one of the better characters in the game. I am going to be putting him in A tier below Ashe. You'll see a lot of teams play Sparrow in comp, and if you watch a few games, you'll understand why. Val hasn't seen the meta in also like 3 years, since like Stormpoint got released. Like that's how long ago she was meta. You just get fried out of her ult. Like she's a good character, but she's so hard to pull off. She's probably D tier, and I think she's probably the best character in D tier, but that doesn't mean she's good. Vantage. She is one of the only characters in the game that can hit both beacons, and I do think that's a positive. That's about the only positive. Her sniper doesn't have enough bullets. You also know when a Vantage is aiming at you, so it like kind of takes away the complete element of surprise. And then her bat is completely useless in ALGS when there's 20 teams alive and there's nowhere. It's really hard to take space. You know, like if you go fly on your bat, it's a one-way ticket. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be able to get back. So yeah, Vantage is kind of mid. Also a bigger, like not a bigger hitbox. So that doesn't help her case. She can't have recon beacons, so that's good. But all in all, D tier character. I'm gonna put her below Conda, to be honest. Watson, one of my favorite characters. My hot take. Don't yell at me. We are one of the few teams in ALGS right now that are playing Watson over Caustic. And it's simply because of the fact that Watson Gen eats Caustic ult, it eats Bang Smoke, it eats nades, it eats Sparrow, it eats Fuse. When it comes to holding down a spot, Watson does it best in my opinion. This might be, again, a hot take. I think Caustic's really strong. Not taking that away from him. But Watson, in my opinion, is just a little bit better. Has a slight edge. Last character, Wraith. Wraith has been in the meta since damn near the game been out, which was like 12 years ago. You know what I mean? She's really strong. She's the best taxi character. You could do a lot of funny shit with Wraith. You get to get away with a lot of BS because your portal is on like a 1.5-minute cooldown. And that's really quick. So, I mean, if you're sitting in a spot, if you decided to land, loot, and rotate, you could stay in your spot and you could just start making plays with portal and not get punished for it. She's going to be going in A tier, right above Catalyst. She's one of the better taxi characters in the game. She's very strong. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you have any questions on why characters are placed in certain tiers, make sure to ask down below. And make sure to share this video with your grandma, your aunts, your uncles, your sisters, and your cousins. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.